Now this is exciting for Pokemon Unite. With the recent launch of the Pokemon Unite API, there's a lot of fun data that can be extracted, and it leads to things like this. A Pokemon Unite meta report that shows the popularity and win rate of Pokemon picks. So that is what we're going to be breaking down, and it also kind of gives like a new angle on tier lists and overall performance and updates post-patch and stuff like that. So it's going to be really cool, similar to League of Legends. You can just kind of like look up champion performance in League of Legends. Looks like Amumu's back, Sona's killing it. Just supports are crushing it in general. Trundle, always like a sleeper meta pick in my opinion. Vayne making it top of 80 carry in win rate, and you can also see like popularity, game played, and stuff like that. Pretty cool stuff. By the way, if you are still playing League of Legends, support Amumu. What? 57% win rate? That's nuts. 42% jungle. Don't jungle with it. Fun fact, I've actually been playing support Amumu since Season 2, so I've been ahead of the meta pretty much the entire time League of Legends has been out. Additionally, keep an eye out for abilities and battle items to be added to this page soon. That is where things get spicy. Because much like how you can have the win rate of like rolls and picks and item sets and summoner spells and stuff, we can actually see what is winning games. So I look forward to that. That's definitely going to be a video update. But now I actually want to get into the reaction to how this plays out. ABSOL. D tier. So this isn't like a, tier list of like how the Pokemon feels. This is like the objective performance metric. So 47% win rate, even though it's a fairly popular Pokemon. A lot of Absols in your games, and you're probably realizing, yeah, I'm disappointed every time there's an Absol because it does nothing in the late game. Zapdos is the game, and Absol is completely useless in those team fights, so you just fall behind and lose. Sure, it can like double crit and get you ahead early, but then just doesn't become a champion. So 4v5, and that's why please stop picking Absol. Now, that is one thing. Like, the whole idea behind the Pokemon Unite API is don't be toxic with it, but it's going to start getting toxic with it when it's like, why are you picking this just poor performing low win rate character? Yes, mains are a thing, and yes, you have a 70% win rate with Absol, but overall, it's not a good look. Blastoise. Positive win rate, 51%, 20% popularity. Blastoise has been going up in that popularity for sure, and just the ability to surf, Hydro Pump someone into a wall, and then lock them out of the game for 3 seconds, potentially multiple Pokemon, and then also use its Unite move, still does a good amount of damage, still adds to an insane amount of CC. Yeah, Blastoise is a strong pick. Blissey. I actually haven't like gone through this and looked at all the numbers, so it's also going to be like a live reaction, kind of giving my thoughts. Blissey. I can't explain that. I thought Blissey was a lot more stronger. I thought it'd be around that 50% win rate, if not like surprisingly positive. And we can also use this to kind of see surprising picks, like, oh, why is this 2% popularity Pokemon have a 53% win rate or something like that? Blissey kind of on the opposite end of that. Not really super popular, also not performing. Maybe one leads to the other, not like a lot of strong Blissey mains out there, and that could be just dragging it down because better players are just picking better Pokemon, and that means just like meh players are stuck on the Blissey, or Blissey just isn't that good. Even though it seems like Safeguard's really strong, and you just kind of cannonball with the Tsareena into a fight, and you can't lose on the Unite move. But that's where we are. Charizard. That's a much higher win rate, and performance I was expecting on the Charizard. Still sub 50%, but that's within margin of error. 15% popularity. Now, the thing about the popularity is that this is the chance you will find this Pokemon in your game, so it's actually out of 200%, which means 7% is going to be on your team, 14% it's just going to be in the game in general. I think that's how it is. I'm recording this video at 2:30 in the morning, so we'll see how that plays out. Cinderace, high popularity Pokemon. Below 50% win rate. That's surprising, but also in my Masters games, I don't think I've had a Cinderace properly use their Unite move to steal or secure Zapdos in 30 games. So yeah, there's a lot of like just bad players. And again, this could just be popular Pokemon being played by bad players, dragging down the win rate, and making it hard to see like where the Pokemon's ceiling or actual performance is. But yeah, a lot of people suck on Cinderace, and it shows. Cramorant, pretty low on that popularity, not really too many people picking the Cramorant, but 51% win rate. That's a lot higher than I thought, and this kind of goes back into when we find out about like the abilities and battle items and stuff. We'll just see, like, I can't wait, because like the Air Slash dive Cramorant win rate's probably like 33%, and then other Cramorant win rates are higher. So it's like, this is actually suppressed. Cramorant might be an A tier win rate character right now, but idiots are bringing it down, and I don't know, like, maybe I was all in on Cramorant, and then they nerfed it 3 times for no reason. But then there's also been like a lot of other nerfs, you know, a lot of other Pokemon being brought down. Lucario, Zeraora. If it wasn't for like Tsareena just being super uber giga busted, yeah, maybe like Cramorant surprisingly works in the meta. Yeah, okay, we'll see how that plays out. Crustle, 49% win rate. I think that this is artificially being brought down. Stealth Rocks, terrible, don't pick it, you're trolling. Score Shield, terrible, don't pick it, you're trolling. I don't even know what to say about you Rock Tomb users. Like, I think everyone's kind of realized Rock Tomb is not the play, but Stealth Rock's the worst moveset on Crustle. So we'll kind of like see it. It's going to be really funny to see like which movesets are actually much better than others and how that popular opinion plays out through the win rate versus popularity and stuff like that. Decidueye, F tier. This is the first F tier Pokemon we've seen. This might be the only F tier Pokemon on the list. That is nuts, and I don't think anyone is surprised, and it's also more popular than most of the Pokemon being played. It's sad how underpowered Decidueye is, especially like after we had the Sylveon release being giga busted, and then Tsareena, and then Dragonite being really strong. Dragonite, S tier, on 87% popularity. And this also makes me wonder, because like, the Pokemon Unite community, pretty small. Game's kind of dying right now. Game is dying right now. Wouldn't even say kinda at this point. The devs need to do a lot more to support the game to make it desirable. I think everyone's failing. The community is just awful and terrible at the game and promoting a lot of like toxic behavior that just makes people want to play it less. But then the devs aren't doing anything to like give the game competitive integrity and any true balance. So it's creating a lot of problems. That's what I mean. I feel like the good players are just gravitating to what they perceive to be the good Pokemon. Like, yeah, Dragonite's pretty strong right now, but I feel like if these people were playing Cinderace instead, you know, Cinderace's win rate would be 51% if Dragonite didn't exist, or if Tsareena wasn't 93% pop. There's a Tsareena in every game, you know, kind of idea. So, like, yeah, I think that's what that means, and that's also why we're seeing some weird skew for some of these other Pokemon. Just Eldegoss mains would rather play, like, our support mains would rather play Eldegoss, so it's usually someone that doesn't really know what they're doing playing Blissey. That could be the problem here. Or also, it could just show the Pokemon are innately strong, but Dragonite doesn't come off as a 53% win rate Pokemon to me. Now, I wonder, like, what the popularity skew does for that as well. Eldegoss, pretty common Pokemon as well. High win rate, it's just doing good, even after the weird rework it had, but no one's running, I forget what that other move is called, it's just that garbage, Conspore? Yeah, Garchomp, C tier, I believe it. I believe sub 50% win rate Garchomp after the nerf. I wish we had the API, because like that would be, this is going to be good from here on out, tracking patches and Pokemon changes and seeing what is and isn't effective. Like, it would have been really interesting to see, like, pre-rework, Garchomp was, like, 6% popularity, but 53% win rate or something nuts like that. And also, since you can have the same Pokemon on both teams, I don't know how that factors into it. So, I mean, like, maybe just a higher popularity means that the win rate is going to be skewed because there's one on each team. But no, then that means... I think that's going to pull it closer to 50%. And it means that, like, the mismatches are going to be weird. So it counts as, like, a win and a loss at the same time. So I think that actually means it's harder to, like, go below 50%. Then we have, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just an overall thing, like, popularity shenanigans. Gardevoir win rate, 49.3%. Popularity, 30%. Kinda surprising, but I could also just see this like a Cinderace thing, where it's like, Pokemon's strong, but people just suck at the game. Lucario, negative win rate. I believe it. Score Shield is trash. Power Up Punch is trash. These kids just suck at the game, and they're inting, and they're not making use of a good Pokemon. Also, with the nerfs, doesn't get to get away with things, so now gets punished more, and those vulnerabilities are kind of showing on the Lucario. Greninja, 49%. Weird that there's no 50% win rate 80 carry Pokemon. Greninja currently more popular than Cinderace. Feels like it in my games. I still think Cinderace is the much better Pokemon because all you have to do Just practice Unite moving Zapdos for the secure range, and then you get it every time and you win the game. Not hard. Greedent. This has to be also like major Japan skew, because I've seen Greedent in, I don't even know how, like, it's so few games. Like, Greedent has been non-existent. I think I've seen like 3 in the recent patch after like streaming 3 or 4 days. You know, there's not been a lot of Greedents because the Pokemon is terrible. But the 51% win rate, that's just idiots letting themselves get bullied. Good popularity right here on that 20% as well. Like, what is happening? Gengar makes sense. Low popularity, low win rate. I believe it. Machamp, right on that 50%. Getting a bit more popularity. I believe it. Like, yeah, that's kind of like some of these things. Like, there's some surprises, and then when you really think about it, not really on others. Mamoswine, 50% win rate. Yeah, I think this is incomplete. When we get the ability details, that is going to tell us the entire story of everything we need to know. If you are running Ice Fang, you suck at the game because you need the low skill ceiling, easy hand-holding move because you don't know how to run Icicle Crash high horsepower and actually win games. Yeah, cool, you grab like one of their Pokemon in the back line and you hold them down for a couple seconds. Or you hit 3 people with Icicle Crash and high horsepower, you CC them all longer and do more damage, and then you win the team fight instead of grabbing a target that doesn't really matter. You know, so it's like, yeah, like people just wrong movesets. It's about to get ugly, guys. I think that's really what's going to show with how ugly this is. But the popularity going up, yeah, Mamoswine's getting good. However, I like this. And also, I wonder, do the devs have access to these tools? Like, of course they do, but are they using them this way? Are the devs monitoring win rate, or are they just going off of, like, feel for the patching? Because, again, it doesn't seem like they have an idea of how their game works at this point, or how to balance it with competitive integrity. So, I mean, like, okay, if Mamoswine is looking perfectly balanced, I'm happy with that, because I think Mamoswine's S tier. It's the #1 tank in the game. Pokemon's busted, and now it's my new main. I don't want it getting nerfed like I saw with Cramorant. So, this, let's keep it that way. Mr. Mime, 51% win rate, 14% popularity. Wonder what the threshold is for, like, A tier. We actually haven't even seen an A tier Pokemon yet. It's just like straight S in the 53. So I'm guessing like 52%, 51.5%. That's what makes Pokemon A tier, maybe mixed in with some popularity. So, yeah. I want to see something really hilarious. I also want to see it go in reverse, where like the perceived worst moveset actually has like the craziest win rate. Like the 5 people playing Psychic Mr. Mime are actually like super good with it, so it has like a 75% win rate or something, but like 1% popularity. So I could also like create a skew or something, or maybe it's just trash and has like 10% win rate. So that'd be pretty interesting to see. But yeah, I believe in the Mr. Mime players out there. Ninetale, I think Mr. Mime is also like S tier, one of the best Pokemon in the game. You run it 1-1-3 properly and there's nothing you can do about it. Ninetales, within margin of error, about the most balanced middling Pokemon with decent popularity. Yeah, that seems like it. And I really want to see like the performance stats on that. Pikachu, 50% win rate, high popularity. That's A tier. So like, yeah, I guess with like 49.5 to 50.5. No, wait. Oh, I guess popularity has a lot of skew. Because I'm like, wait, that's lower win rate than Mr. Mime, but Mr. Mime's B tier. Okay, so popularity does have a lot to do with it, which makes sense as to why Blissey is D instead of potentially C with a 48%. Just no one's giving it any love. Okay. And then like lowish win rate on high-ish popularity is C tier on Ninetales, so it gets dragged down a bit more. I don't know how this works, but seems to make a bit of sense. 66% popularity, yeah, Pikachu's super popular right now. 50% win rate sounds about right, because it's kind of like ABSOL, but the Unite move, like, you just burn it on cooldown for objectives, so at least you have some presence in the fight, and you do a bit more in team fights than ABSOL, so you got something. But yeah, Pikachu can fall off, but it can also have like a crazy early game and then like a weird mid-ish power spike and then maybe does a thing. So that's what we got right there. Slowbro, C tier, 49% win rate. Weird popularity. This has to be some Japan skew or something. This has to be some nonsense, because like Potion, Slowbro, Amnesia is completely worthless, and I only imagine bad players losing that. Slowbro, 48% win rate, 33% popularity. Huh. Sylveon, balanced, 50%. And I think this like really shows, like this also shows problems in the game. Mages suck now for no reason because of random nerfs or like over nerfs and stuff like that. It was nice that Gardevoir got some love, but not performing. Oh wait, it also got nerfed. That's right, it got the recent nerf. So I mean, like, yeah, Gardevoir's not allowed to be Tsareena good or Zeraora good. Cramorant wasn't allowed to be good and then got punted down, but a few players out there that are running it, making it count. But yeah, like, Mages struggle to get past 50% win rate, and we can see just like a lot of the other Pokemon doing pretty well. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to kind of see this come together. Talonflame, 50%, like, Talonflame just dead even win rate. Whatever's going on right there with a 70% popularity, yeah, Talonflame is all over the place. I think the only thing that matters is getting the stats, but held items are going to be pretty crucial because if you're going Gold Getter Talonflame, that's an int, that's a toss. You're trolling, you suck at the game. Everything I've been saying about just picking blatantly wrong movesets and stuff. I want to see Brave Bird like 38% win rate compared to Fly's like 69% win rate or something. Same thing on like Score Shield. So I mean, there's a lot of things dragging down Talonflame. Also, it's flavor of the month. When you have this high of a popularity, you just have noobs running Talonflame and being awful with it. Whereas like having a legitimately good Talonflame feels like a 65%, 70% win rate Pokemon because the Pokemon's busted. Tsareena, 52%. Popularity, 93%. I've seen some trash Tsarenas. I've seen people that don't know how to mash buttons properly and like get the proper cooldowns. But if we like see how impressive and how strong Tsareena is, we can kind of like understand how disgusting S tier is. Like, what's going on with Dragonite to make this bad boy have a 53% win rate? Same thing with like Eldegoss and all that. And like outside the skill cap of Tsareena, like that's where we start seeing oppression. That's where we start seeing nonsense. It's like, okay, in Pokemon Unite, if you break 52%, yeah, nah, that's unacceptable. Like, you giga need nerfs. And maybe that's also why Talonflame didn't get nerfed enough, because you play it in the game. It's toxic. It's unhealthy. There's not enough counterplay to justify this Pokemon being in the state that it is in. But it's slow win rate, so devs might be finding it acceptable in that kind of way, even though it's just not fun to play with. And we've seen this in League of Legends. Like, champions that even have like a 48% win rate will still get a nerf because one tricks abuse it, or it's just still like not good for the game if that champion appears inside of a match or something. It could also be high popularity, low win rate, and then weird stuff happens from there. So like, yeah, 52% win rate is like unacceptable. That's like the line for unacceptable going into the future. Somehow 50% is strong, and then the game just doesn't make any sense because the player base is awful. Wigglytuff, 51% win rate. That's higher than I think, but I still don't recognize Wigglytuff as a strong Pokemon, but win rate 51%, all right. And then Venusaur, sub 50%, but within margin, maybe? Like, Tsarena's 52 and Dragonite's 53 and some of these other ones, like, this might actually just be accurate. Like, sub 50 means sub 50. Unless you're like 49.9 like Talonflame. So Venusaur, underperforming, losing Pokemon, even though it has high popularity. And again, like, that popularity should bring it closer to 50%. So with such a high popularity, being under 50%, that's the thing. But also people suck at Venusaur, but I've just not really believed in Venusaur too much. Gonna have to take a look at the movesets. And then Zeraora, 54% popularity, still pretty popular Pokemon, despite the nerfs, but the nerfs seem to have done something, 49% win rate. However, once again, it seems like, you know, just like good players are just meta slaving, and that's going to pull it off. You know, the people that are playing Tsareena with their 60-70% win rate Tsareenas, they were 60-70% win rate Zeraoras, but there's no reason to play Zeraora, even if Zeraora didn't get nerfed, because Tsareena's so busted. So we got that going on, and yeah, it's going to be interesting. Like, I don't think we have enough information. Once we get abilities and all that, we're really going to see like how Pokemon, like the true performance of a Pokemon and like what you should be running, and then we'll get all that data. But also, if the game was more balanced, then we could actually see again what people like should be playing and how that's And like, yeah, we need good players playing everything. We want to see how that plays out instead of everyone going, like, we have, I'm trying to figure out, because like Dragonite has been going jungle. So we have like a mix of like jungle and lane mains splitting between Dragonite and Tsareena and just doing ridiculous things on them. Support mains are just picking up Eldegoss and inflating the win rate, and a couple of other players are just kind of like doing all right on their niche picks. So there we go, guys. We got some cool things coming on with this. Tell me your thoughts down below. Any Pokemon that you're surprised by? Like that Blissey blows me away. Blastoise still performing pretty well. I do consider Mamoswine better. And then, yeah, this is only going to get better for Pokemon. And once we get a couple patches under, we'll really see how robust this data is and how we can use it to do better. So hope you guys enjoy the video. Hope you have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.